What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 44 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. And in this episode we are firstly going to be going into a game against Scunthorpe United in the league. But I just want to thank you guys so much for the support you've been giving me recently. It means the world to me, and we're almost at 800 subscribers. Very close now. Only 11 away, so if you know anyone that might be interested in this channel, then please refer them to me and hopefully they'll like my content and subscribe. I mean, it'll be so incredible once I hit 800 subscribers because it's been such an incredible kind of 6 months really. And I'm hoping that this year will be a lot better as when FIFA 15 comes out, I've got a lot of interesting stuff planned for that. But, you know, it's only February at the moment. We've still got FIFA 14 for a fair few months, I guess you could say, and hopefully this series will carry on for a long time. I'd say that we're pretty much guaranteed in the championship now, and look at this start here. What a fantastic strike from Sinclair, but we're pretty much guaranteed to be in the championship, and when we are in the championship it'll be very good because of course we've got the pre-contract arrivals, and then I'm thinking of picking up a few players as well. I've added a few onto the shortlist, and I've already inquired about them, and I've got them all ready. And it's this time of the series, you can kind of give me some suggestions for the summer window, but to be honest, I'm not really sure, because the thing is, a lot of players that you may suggest, such as I was really interested in Mitchell Duke, I think his name is. And that was suggested heavily by you guys. He's got a lot of potential and he's a really good striker, but he's just a bit too expensive for me at the moment, despite the fact that his wages are perfect. £750 a week, that's absolutely nothing, but that's purely because he plays in the A-League. But he is worth 2 million, and if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even think we'll be able to afford that in the Barclays Premier League, let alone in the Championship. We certainly can't afford it now in the npower League 1, so I don't know what's going to happen there. I really do want to sign him. I'm not sure who suggested Mitchell Duke, but I found a whole load of A-League players that are potentially really good. One of them is Sainsbury, I think his name is. Yes, not Sainsbury's, but Sainsbury, and he's got quite good potential as well. He's a centre-back, and I was interested in him as well. Once again, very low wages. It seems that with all these players, they have such low wages, but I just can't afford them. They're just way too expensive, and Central Coast Marinas seem to have a lot of really good young players as well, but they're not willing to let them go. I've tried in all transfer windows so far, but they're just not willing to let go for whatever price unless I offer 2 million. I've tried offering players, I've tried offering the maximum amount I can physically offer, but the thing is, the board won't even give me funds, so that doesn't help either. I'm trying to get some funds off the board, because I am already in the summer transfer window, recording it earlier today, and yeah, there's some interesting signings that I've got to, let's just put it that way, and it's going to be really interesting to see who will replace Matt Gill, and I hope you're interested to see that as well. Maybe it's a youth star again, maybe it's a free agent, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully you are looking forward to that, as much as you are looking forward to the Ultimate League. I know you guys have been enjoying that a lot, but going into this game was very frustrating against Scunthorpe United, but we managed to break the deadlock in the 56th minute. It did take 56 minutes for me to score. Quite a long time considering the amount of chances that we had created, but it's Emil Sinclair once again laying off Ryan Blunt, I just called him Ryan Brunt, with a really nice first touch and a great finish into the bottom right hand corner, and he's just on a incredible goal streak at the moment. He just can't stop scoring in every game. He's averaging 2 goals a game, which is absolutely ridiculous, and they just can't contain him. And really good save there once again from Robert Lainton. He's the reason why I'm at the top of the table and only have 1 loss this season, because he's pulling off spectacular diving saves like that. And he's got 75 potential. He's currently at 69 overall, I think. So he's still got a little bit left to go. But I am seeing signs of growth, which is good news, because a lot of keepers that I've had this year, they just haven't grown whatsoever. And I've tested out in other career modes as well. But look at that jammy goal there. Scunthorpe United really didn't deserve that. Although they did have the pressure on, that was a very unlucky goal to concede. And Scunthorpe United do level it up in the 64th minute. Very good goal. but I really wasn't expecting it. Look at the horrible deflection it takes there off of the defender. And Robert Lainton, there was no chance he would have saved that. But, you know, Robert Lainton has improved a lot. And he's not as good as Mildenhall was, because Mildenhall kept a lot more clean sheets than he did in more performances. But he's still a good predecessor, and he's never going to be as good as the legend that is Mildenhall, but he's still very good. He was a bit shaky at the beginning of the season when I did first buy him, but he's gotten a little bit better and better every time that I'm playing him in each match. And of course we've got our goalkeeper that is on a pre-contract deal. He'll be arriving in June. He's a very good keeper. He's mainly an older keeper. He's 32 years old, I think. Sebastian Vieira, if you do want to search him up. He's 72 overall. But the reason I got him was backup because Connor Guff clearly isn't good enough. 52 overall just isn't going to be good enough for the Championship. So I really did need to bring someone in, and I really couldn't afford to bring in any players. So I thought, why not spend the money on pre-contracts? And by golly, was it worth it. It was certainly worth it. I brought in Cody McDonald as well, the striker, and he'll be there in June. That'll be a very, very nice signing because he's 64 overall, although he is 29, so that may be a bit of a problem. But maybe I'll be able to make a bit of profit on him if he isn't that much of a good player. But we're going into the next game in this episode, and that is against Charlton Athletic. Another important game. Charlton Athletic and Barnsley are two teams that are rivaling for promotion. Not sure if they're both going to get it. I'm pretty sure it's 4 teams that go through and then 3 teams that get relegated, if I'm right in saying. But Charlton Athletic, they're trying to force their way back into the N-Power Championship after they got relegated last season. And they are our rivals this season, as well as Barnsley. I mean, Barnsley, not so much now. I mean, they've dropped off a little bit after they've lost their main striker. I can't remember his name now, but he's gone off to some French club, FC Nantes or something, which is completely unrealistic. But that just seems to happen in every career mode that I actually do. I mean, a good example is Junior Hoylett to Real Madrid. I mean, when is that ever going to happen in real life? Never. Zilch, nil. That is just not going to happen whatsoever in the near future, or maybe in his whole career. I mean, it was so unrealistic. But anyway, going on into this game, it was a very, very close game, as you'd expect, with two rivals looking for automatic promotion. And Charlton were very, very solid. You could tell that they were a Championship side. They had Championship side qualities, and it kind of gave me the feeling that if I was able to beat Charlton Athletic at their home ground, I'm able to beat any other Championship team at their home ground, apart from maybe the sides that have been relegated from the Premier League into the Championship, of course, because they're going to be tougher opponents. They're going to have a better quality players just overall, and that's just the truth, really. You know, for example, Crystal Palace and QPR, if they got relegated, for example, they're going to have some solid players. I mean, I know you guys know, if you're long-term subscribers, that QPR, they have a very solid squad, and they do have quite a lot of good players in there. They've got a lot of aggressive players in there. They've got a lot of strong players. They've got a lot of older players as well, which may come to the advantage if I do play them and they do get relegated next season. But we'll have to see and wait. Well, we'll have to wait and see who actually does get relegated. When we do get promoted, we'll have a little look at that. And this game was very few chances. I mean, we had a couple of chances, couple of volleys, and that was probably the best chance of the game, to be honest. Michael Smith going for a header. Don't know what he was doing all the way up the pitch there, but he goes for a header anyway, and the 28 finishing that he inherits just really, really showing there. I mean, if any other player was in that position, that probably would have been a definite goal. And that should have been a definite goal as well. How unlucky did Charlton Athletic get there? I mean, the shot hit the crossbar, and then the player had such a bad touch that his touch hit the crossbar, and then we almost score there from the counter-attack. But that was ridiculous. I've never seen such a poor touch like that in my life. But if that would have gone into the back of the net, that would have been really disappointing, because we had the upper hand in this game. We had the better chances, but we just weren't taking them. It's as simple as that. Their defence was just so good, and the goalkeeper as well. Well, that's a completely different story. He was absolutely solid in this game, making all kinds of saves. But that really was my downfall in this game, finishing my chances My strikers just weren't finishing them, and neither were my defenders off of set pieces. But that will bring this episode to a close. And guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please be sure to like and subscribe if you are new. It really does help me out, and I'm very close to 800 subscribers. So any new subscribers, hello, welcome to the channel, and thank you for subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me. But guys, if you do want another episode of Career Mode up tomorrow, get this video to 35 likes and I'll upload another episode of Career Mode tomorrow. So 35 likes and I'll upload another episode tomorrow, and if you want that, then get that done and it will be uploaded tomorrow. So guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, once again, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching.